like in the early 1900s, late 1800s, turkeys were what you would have called an endangered species, right? Like they were. And so that's when we started capturing them out of the wild and moving them around to other places to restore their populations. And they really took off. I think, from about from about the late 1970s through the 80s and 90s, there was a lot of restoration work being done, not only for turkeys, but, bighorn sheep and other species. Um, do is, one state needed turkeys, so we'd capture them in one state, move them to another state, and maybe that state had an abundance of, moose, and so they'd trade moose for wild turkeys. And I'll give you an example.
Early in the 1900s, due to deforestation, habitat loss, and unregulated trapping, we lost our fisher population in West Virginia. Um, we did trade something that we had an abundance of that some places didn't, and that was wild turkeys. We traded those animals for the native animals in New Hampshire that those guys had an abundance of, the fishers. So we did a swap. West Virginia, we used wild turkeys for, they were like our currency for all of our wildlife that we restored. We traded them.
There were turkeys traded for beavers. In the Midwest, I know they traded turkeys for river otter to restore an endangered species. And wild turkeys now are found in 49 states of the United States. It's almost like a responsibility, I think, or a way that humans can act responsibly and restore maybe some of the problems that we create sometimes.